welcome again to Vintage Bricks. James here. 10 vintage soldier sets from 1989 to 96. I think you'll enjoy them. Let's take a look. So as we go through the opening here, I'm going to do this two different ways. One, a quick review, and then a little slower review with spin reviews of each ones. So the 10 soldier sets from 89 to 96. Okay, here's the quick review. Number one is, in 1989, the Eldorado Fortress, classic. Sabre Island is next. One more from 89 is the Caribbean Clipper. All the blue match the color scheme perfectly. Lock-Up Lagoon, or Lagoon Lock-Up. Broadsides Brig, number 5. Now we'll switch over to the Imperial Guards, a bounty boat. I like that little set. Imperial Flagship, that's a flagship of the Guards. And the Admiral, the Imperial Trading Post. That's a great set. I really love that set too. Canyon Cove. These little add-on sets really add. Imperial Outpost, 95 toward the end. And then finally, the bonus set, the Imperial Cannon. So here they all are again. So now that we've seen all 11, let's go a little history here again, just so we remind ourselves. This is the pirate theme. Redbeard and the pirate sets went till 97. The first, the Imperial Soldiers, they're the blue guys. Then the Imperial Guards came in from 92 to 96. And that's what we're reviewing, the Soldiers and the Guards. But the Islanders snuck in there. Nice little sets. And then, of course, the Spanish Armada. And we'll have to do a separate review of them. Okay, now our little commercial break. I love these Lego commercial breaks.
Pirates were a wreck.
Oh, I had to pause here. That shark looks hungry.
After one battle with a Lego maniac.
Okay, now we're going to do a deeper dive into the 10 plus 1 bonus set. First, we'll start with the Imperial Soldier sets, 89. First, the Eldorado Fortress. Now, if I had to pick one set, this is probably my favorite. And look at Governor Broadside. He was like the man in charge of this, and these Imperial Soldiers. These guys are classic. I love that blue uniform. These are, I guess, French guys, I would say. Our little spin review here of it. Yeah, I think one of the better uses I've ever seen of these raised base plates. Yeah, it's a very open and airy set. I mean, again. Now, the Sabre Island, I think, brick for brick, is the best set. They did so many with less than 100 bricks, and Lieutenant Martinet is in charge of this little outpost. Yeah, I think I like this so much because it reminds me of the Bellum Tower in Lisbon when we visited there. Okay, back to the review here. We know that this has that beautiful blue flag that was really emblematic of the Imperial Soldiers. And this, I could see this whole set being in the bay, doing a fine job. Next, we'll see the ship. This is the Caribbean Clipper up against the Black Sea Baraccuda so Governor Broadside had his work cut out from him. A nice little team of that classic happy smiley faces. As we spin it around, we'll see it only had a couple guns, but this ship was a clipper, which means it was a fast ship. I think that's what the clipper means. Okay, now we're going to move on to Lagoon Lock-Up. So, and look at this guy here, Bosun Will. He was a good friend of Clapton Redbeard, one of his buddies. And he looked pretty happy. They took good care of him here. And a nice little inn there. I think that's what it is. We'll zoom in on it. Not a lot of detail, but it did have that nice cup there. Probably for rum. I think Bosun Will was too young to be drinking the rum, though. He probably had some Diet Pepsi. And then Governor Broadside had his own little brig. He needs to fix this bar. This one bar is bent. See if you can see it. Lieutenant Martinet has it on his to-do list to fix that bar. Look at the pirate already got out, standing up there. He had a gun in his hand. Really a beautiful low light set here, as we can see with the shadows. In 1992, Lego switched over to the Imperial Guards, which were the Redcoats. The Redcoats are coming, which is British, I believe. And the Bounty Boat was our first set, and we're going to look at. This was actually a fun set. A lot of action going on here. Lieutenant Martinet is busy. I think he's still called Lieutenant Martinet. He's just kind of rowing around. Oh, they had their own flagship too. The Imperial Guards did, and it had the red sails. And they have Admiral Woodhouse instead of the governor. And there's a ship again. Again, still not quite a match for the Black Sea Barracuda, but they were trying hard. Now it's Imperial Trading Post. This was the big raised base set. 9, count them, 9 minifigures. So this is when the pirates and the soldiers were all getting along. They're still after the gold, but they were trading, being a little more civilized here. This is a fine set to add to your collection. I really like that. And there's the Admiral again, overlooking his post. Canyon Cove. Lego put out these little sets, which were nice additions. Pretty much they all had a cannon, and they had little either prisons. This one had like a little storeroom. That's what I'm calling it, at least. And always like a little watchtower, and they're fortified. These are all fortified little forts. So there's a certain method to their madness. And I do like the colored, the bricks, the printed bricks. The Imperial Outpost didn't have, a printed wall, but it did have the Admiral, which is a good way to get the Admiral. Is a little smaller set. And the Admiral had his own little, I guess, room here, the Admiral room, which shows a little bit more detail than we've seen. It has a little fireplace, 3 cups. So we're starting to see more detail in the steps. And our bonus, the Imperial Cannon. Again, the basics. It had the printed wall, had the cannon, and it was just a little outpost they could put at maybe on a point to kind of guard the bay here. So there we have it. All 10 plus the bonus sets of the soldiers. Okay, hope you enjoyed this review. Hey, please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you again on my next video. Thank you for coming to Vintage Bricks.